All right, we are back. Like I said, we'd be back. Um, kind of that time of the night. Whole family's gone to sleep, and Chris can work uninterrupted. Uh, the new puppy, a 5-month-old puppy, knocked out. My 11-year-old dog, knocked out. My wife is on painkillers for her surgery, knocked out. It is Chris's time to draw. It is my time to work. So, welcome to the stream, everybody. Before we get started, I invite everybody to join the Discord. If you are an artist and you want a place to share your artwork, we have also a pretty active section in the art business section where we just talk about any aspect of selling your artwork or conventions and stuff like that. We have an art critique section where you could, like, if you have a work in progress piece and you need some advice on it, we're pretty good about that. There's a place where I encourage people to share links to their art social media. There's an entire section in the Discord for that, so you guys can share amongst yourselves. I work from home now, so I don't get to meet as many artists out on the road like I used to. So I'm always happy when artists share links to their work, whether that's in the Discord or even here in the chat. So welcome everybody. We're just gonna continue working on this piece. We are going to finish the goal for this stream. Minimum goal is finish this sewer surfing section right here. It's like right here. We're gonna finish coloring this, and then I want to finish the line work to the Technodrome stage, which is over here. I think you can see that over here. So finish this section over here, and then line work for this section here. Shouldn't be too bad. Take about what, 5 hours? Hopefully that should call it. That should be enough to finish all that. Hey, what's going on? Amazing work. Thank you. I appreciate that. I dropped a link to the Discord into the Twitch chat. If you're not in the Twitch chat, there's links pretty much everywhere you look. All right, I guess we'll just get started then. Let me get some music going. So I've decided to add 2 more pizza monsters. I had 1 up here in the front, but I decided that for the sake of composition, we want 3 of them. It just looks 3 is just the magic number when it comes to composition. Well, odd numbers in general, but. Yo, what's going on, man? We got going on tonight. Yo, I told everybody once we finish this drawing, because I bought Shredder's Revenge on Steam like when it came out, and I still haven't played it. I swear to God, it's been sitting on my desktop. The little icon for it, the shortcut for it, has been sitting on my desktop for months. I told everybody once we finish this piece, as kind of like a celebration slash promo, we'll play Shredder's Revenge live. Yeah, so by the time this is done, you know, I'll by the time this is done, the wife should be doing a little bit better. She's actually not a Ninja Turtles fan. Can you fucking believe that? So it was just something that she didn't really grow up with. So I'm gonna try to get her to play with me. Because you could do local co-op on the campaign, from what I understand. We just hook up a couple. We'll hook up a couple Xbox controllers. Yeah. Like the, oh my god, remember how we brought in all those, for those who weren't here, we had a Pokemon Pearl stream, and I connected my my Pokemon Home to it, and I just brought over a bunch of my shinies, and I was just like, all right, we're gonna bring over this level, what was it, like level 80 Latias, and of course it wouldn't listen to us beginning of the game, right? We lost to the, how many times did we lose to that first gym? Like 4 times? That's what we get. That's what we get. If we didn't lose to that first gym that many times, I would have kept on playing. Hey man, you could play this game. the emulators and the ROMs for it are real easy to find now. I don't think it listened to me one time. Ooh, I need to catch up on the Pokemon anime. So as soon as we finish this piece, it's marathon some Pokemon, play Ninja Turtles on stream, and then we'll start the next one. I've been back and forth about what to do for the next one, because you know we started the Attack on Titan one, right? And I've been considering doing an Avatar: The Last Airbender one for like that's been high on my list. Or excuse me, that's been on the list for the longest time. But it's also been brought to my attention when we're talking about just trying to make money this year, right? With fan art. Real talk, Power Rangers. Even if it's just Mighty Morphin. If we just stick to Mighty Morphin. God. I saw that. An Earth avatar. Yeah. Do you know any details about it? I know that I saw the announcement poster, but I don't know anything about. People have said that it's the avatar directly after Korra. Apparently there was some kind of leak that happened where, from what I remember reading, was it is directly after Korra. Korra lives a really long time, apparently. And this will be the first avatar after her. I kind of don't like that. I would prefer if they were just like, all right, Korra did a good job, and then we had like 100 avatars, and then you know what I mean? Like, I just want this to be like, I just want it to be like way different. But at the rate that technology moves in that show, dude, if they skipped even one avatar after Korra, they'd be like fucking spaceships. You see that technology jump from the end of Avatar all into the first episode of Korra? Like, you guys got radios and shit now, what happened? Oh, a fifth element. Oh wait, I have it. Earth, water, fire. Riz. You know, that's a new word in my vocabulary. I only learned about that word a couple weeks ago. I gotta keep up, man. I'm gonna be one of those old guys who doesn't know what any of these words mean. Half the reason I know some of these words is because of you. For real. Not for real though. See, I don't mind for real because I verbally use for real in real life before, you know, before this was a thing. I'm really happy with how my foot soldiers came out. Like, they look like something straight out of the fucking cartoon. Which is what I was going for. Well, I'm looking up some reference pictures for the pizza monsters. Robo, what's going on? Is it Danny? Donnie. Alright, yo, Robo, you know I appreciate that lurk. Yo, Matt, when this gets put, once I get this on a poster, this shit's gonna look super clean on a poster, man. Is that, you talking about from the movie? Is that his name? What was his name in the second movie? The pizza boy. Kino? Is his name Kino? Have I horribly stereotyped him? Did I just do a racism? Danny? Yeah? No, Danny's from the first movie, right? I can't fucking remember, dude. It's been so long. You're like, listen to me, goddammit, it's Danny. Oh, it's in the first movie. Yeah. Yo, man, the Foot Clan was ruthless in that first movie. They went around trying to find kids who needed help, and they're like, you have no family. They ain't shit. Here's a carton of cigarettes. You remember that? Am I remembering that wrong? They just walk around with cartons of cigarettes. Hey man, I gotta say, Casey Jones was just... He was just like 10 years too late. Or he arrived 10 years too early, or else he would have been in the Foot Clan. Like, he's a troubled child as well. I mean, he was a grown-ass man, but had he been just a little younger, he would have been in there. Yo, he's a menace. Like at the end of that first movie, the turtles beat the shit out of Shredder, right? Oh no, they get their ass handed to them by Shredder, and then Splinter bodies him, throws him off a building, and Casey's just like, I guess I'm just gonna murder this guy with a garbage truck. I always thought that was a little weird. I was like, like, damn, I know Shredder's bad, but he does it so nonchalantly too. Like Shredder falls in there, and he's just on the ground floor, and he just looks around, and he's just like, whoops, hits the switch. Like, that's not the first man he's murdered. Vince, did you watch the newer animated Turtles? Some of the animation in it is like high quality anime level stuff. It's fucking crazy. In preparation for this, I did look up some clips from it, and my god. Well, hey, what's going on? Yeah, we're just talking about how Casey Jones murders Shredder for no fucking reason. No, I guess he has a reason, right? Because, like, what are they gonna do? The cops aren't gonna arrest him. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't gonna work. So it's like... And you knew that falling off that building wasn't gonna kill him. So it's just, I guess the only option at that moment was like, well, I better get rid of this. And in the second movie, Shredder's so obsessed with getting the turtles back. It's like, he ain't the one who closed the garbage truck on you, man. Like, you already beat the turtles in that first movie. Like, you beat them already in a fight, a 4-on-1 fight. It's no problem. Just drop it. like, you already beat him. You should be either mad at Splinter, I guess, but above all else, you should be mad at this hockey player over here. He's the one who crushed you. Originals? Speaking of originals, you guys know that the pre-orders to this print are available right now, right? In my online shop. Right there, I dropped into the Twitch chat. If you do pick up a print of this during the pre-order time frame, you will get what you bought, but I'll also include a free 11x17 limited edition of this print that has the white-eyed red headband turtles And that version of this print, that with the red headband, will only be available to people who pick this up during the pre-order. So if you're planning to get this anyway, you may as well do it now while it's discounted and it comes with the special edition print. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, because I want, like we talked about before, I wanted to do a limited edition run of this in some capacity. So once you all, once we decided, you know, it would be a really cool one. The red headbands, yeah. All right, dude. Thanks for coming through. Go get some rest. Hey, here first. Thanks for the raid, or thanks for the raid. Thanks for the follow. Getting a lot of followers lately, especially since we're streaming at like a really late time. Normally streaming this late doesn't really yield a lot of results for me, but we've been getting quite a bit of support with this drawing. So thank you very much, everybody. And the tail's a little too fat, I think. We will have a lot of water splashing in this section of the drawing. Just have to get the bodies first, and then we'll get all that stuff, all the effects. Stubbed my toe again. Thanks for the follow. Do I do commissions on sketch covers? Yeah. Well, it's been a while. What was the last one I did? When I was doing conventions full time, I was doing a lot of covers. Let me see if I could find the latest one. Because I am primarily a traditional artist. Let me see if I could find the latest one. Hopefully I uploaded it to DeviantArt. I don't think I did upload it to DA. My bad. Yeah, I've done. Oh man, an Iron Man cover. That was it's a long time ago. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I can't remember the last sketch cover I did. I think the last sketch cover I did was Okay, it was there were two of them that I did. In one day. It's been a few years since I've done one. So there's the Harley Quinn that I did, and then there was this deceased one I did with a whiteout pen. Yeah, my bad. I'm not very talkative tonight. I am just very focused on getting this done. So actually, we'll leave the mic on for another 5 minutes, and then I'll shut the mic off. You'll see this little icon pop up. Boom, that thing. And when that's on, don't expect me to pay attention to anything that's going on. I am. Thank you for asking. How's everything? How is the new year treating you? Yeah, how long did all that take? Okay, so this next part is adding in like water. Water splashes everywhere. Thankfully, this is the only stage that has like a lot of water involved. Look at how much extra work this is gonna how much extra work I'm adding to myself. Oh yeah, Robo? You're more into this? I don't know, this whole set we're listening to is really fucking good. We need to find a reference picture for... Uh... So it's like a combination. I don't know, like, I couldn't classify it myself, so I just Googled it real quick. It's pretty much a mix of early 2000s trance and techno and house. However, I do know that his inspiration came from Dance Dance Revolution. So, it's also classified as neo trance. Yeah. So classification, it's kind of all over the place. However, I do know that his inspiration comes from early video games and Dance Dance Revolution. That's all I know. Like, that's all I needed to hear. Yeah, so you know the dude that we're always fucking listening to here on stream, that Porter that we always fucking listen to on stream. This is his side project, which in my opinion is better than his main stuff. I forgot they have a little slobber under their chin. Well, it's not slobber. It's like because these are pizza monsters, right? I forgot they have a little bit of like you know how Rick has like drool all the time from being drunk. It's just that. Yo, thank you for the follow. So we need blue. And the white ones. Purple. And orange. We have the orange ones here as well. So find a reference for the orange one. Here we go. And then we need a reference for the hand color. And a reference for the red foot. And then we do need a reference for the yellow and the eyes. And a reference for the gray. Just realized they're all missing something in their designs. Shit. I have to fix it right now. Fuck. On the wrong layer. Alright, whatever. We'll make it work. Okay. Forgot part of their sleeve. All these guys. Did I forget it on them too? Oh shit. Oh, not all of them. Hold on. I think all the foot the foot soldiers are on their surfboards. I think their surfboards are all blue. Yeah, they're all blue. Okay. Lara, what's going on? Hello, hello. Hey, thanks for the follow. Oh no. Been living life a little too fast and loose. You'll be fine. You're vaccinated, so you're whatever. Even if you got it, you'll be fine. Be back out and kicking in like 4 or 5 days. If that. Nobody was in the hypothetical other chat, hypothetically, because there is no other chat, you know what I'm saying? Dang it. Pizza box is yellow with a blue question mark. You've been sick. You've been sick over Christmas break, non-corona. You felt good again. You felt fit. Have to test yourself for your job. You're very surprised when you got positive. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Fancy. I'm pretty happy with how the turtles came out in this one. I've been like gradually adding a little bit more detail to them every time we come back to the drawing. Oh yeah. Well, you of all people should know that we're gonna be around for quite a while working on this. Yeah, and you know, you saw my Discord post. This is kind of all we're gonna be doing this year. Just like this is it. Just stuff like this. Not promising I'm gonna get a lot of them done in the year because you know how long these take. But we'll do our best. I mean, basically, if I can do 2 a year, that breaks my old record, right? Yeah, if we round it up and estimate like 1 or 2 months each, you know, it'd be cool if I could finish like 5 of them this year. We've been floating around a couple different ideas, and I mean, I've been a lot more open to the variety of not variety like rather the spectrum of properties to work on instead of sticking to anime or video games. I was thinking we could try some different things. So here's the Ninja Turtle piece. You saw that we had been working on the Attack on Titan piece. I'm actually pulling up the Attack on Titan piece right now. No promises that we're gonna finish that one next, but eventually we will. We've also been talking a lot about Avatar: The Last Airbender and Power Rangers. Yeah. So the Attack on Titan piece has a long way to go, and it's really labor intensive, and I'm doing a lot of stuff here at home, taking care of the wife and stuff, and I just don't have it in me to work on something this detailed, which is why I switched over to something simpler like the Turtles piece. Um, Avatar: The Last Airbender and Power Rangers are on the top right now. Once things settle down a little bit here at home, and I get a little bit more time to sit down and focus, because that Attack on Titan piece, I mean, these Ninja Turtles are a lot easier to draw. It's just way easier. Avatar: The Last Airbender would be pretty easy too. Power Rangers should be pretty easy. Well, I mean, like, they're all labor intensive, but like in regards to what would be demanded of me artistically, Power Rangers wouldn't be that hard either. Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender is really, really high on the list. Strictly Avatar: The Last Airbender. No Korra. In regards to... Oh. Yawning. In regards to sales, I'm not gonna lie. In regards to sales, I feel like adding Korra would actually hurt the sales. So I'm like, nah, let's not do that. So I feel like adding Korra would not only hurt sales, but I also feel like adding Korra and all the Legend of Korra characters, not only do I think they would hurt sales, but at best, it wouldn't make that much of a difference between just having Avatar on there. So to go through the effort of adding all of that in there, I just don't think it's worth it. So it would strictly be an Avatar: The Last Airbender piece. Yeah, there's that too, yeah. I mean, we were discussing doing an Avatar piece even before they dropped that new that poster for the Earth Avatar series that's coming out. And I was just like, all right, well, if we didn't have it decided before, we definitely have it decided now. Because if I put Korra in there, then people are just gonna bother me and ask, what about this new dude? Like... Lots of fans don't like Korra. That's what I'm saying. It'll either hurt sales, or best case scenario, having Korra in there won't even help with sales. The people who are gonna buy it with because of first series Avatar, it won't make a difference. So yeah, the Streets of Rage, you could do it. Nobody's stopping you from doing it. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm thinking of sales. Power Rangers is an untapped market for most conventions, um, especially Mighty Morphin. You'll be surprised how hardcore people with Power Ranger stuff sell their products. I have friends who have Power Ranger stuff. I have a friend who has strictly Power Ranger merchandise. That's all he has. Fan art. And he makes more money than I do. But I'm like, fucking bet. Take all your business. Oh yeah, I like Neon Knight Riders. How am I doing? I'm all right. You haven't been here lately, right? So my wife had surgery a couple of weeks ago, and we got her home. So I've been taking care of her, which is why I haven't been streaming all that much up until recently when she's been a bit more mobile. Uh, but yeah, I just been playing nurse here at home. You know, learning how to give shots and administer medicine and help carry her around the house and stuff. But nursing comes natural to me because I'm Filipino. And then we have our new puppy here, who I've also been taking care of. She's a handful. She's just fucking smart. Our puppy is smart. She's 5 months old as of 3 days ago. No, 5 months and 1 week as of 3 days ago. Yeah. Yeah, just doing all that and then drawing when I can. Oh, Lyra, you love hearing about dystopian US things, right? So I will give you yes, yeah, the dog has been great help for her mood. Yeah. Especially since she was in such pain, she was on opioids. Um Not the dog, my wife. My wife was in like really bad pain post surgery, so she was on a lot of opioids, and that stuff will fuck with your mood like really bad. Even me, me. Even I don't touch opioids. Like I don't fuck with them. And the dog just hangs out with the dog and it cheers her up. Hangs out with the puppy and cheers her up. You know, that's not if it helps cheer her up and it's just a little bit of work on my end to take care of the dog. That's cool. So anyway, Lyra, you like hearing about dystopian U.S. stuff, right? So one, I'll just tell you about one of our bills, all right? On one of our medical bills, her surgery bill from last month. All things said and done, before insurance, our insurance is really good, so it's gonna cover most of it. But the bill, she was there for one surgery and stayed at the hospital one night. 80,000 US dollars. Yeah. Like I said, well, we're still gonna be paying a lot, but like, luckily our insurance is really good. Covers most of it, but I mean, most of 80,000 is still a lot. Like, I saw that bill, and it was so absurd. I just laughed. I was just like, yeah, a fucking course. And she only stayed there one night. Had she stayed there, because they recommended she stayed there for 5 nights, but the entire, like, the whole experience of her staying there, she got out of surgery at like 5 p.m. and she was supposed to be on painkillers like hardcore opioids, right? And they didn't administer her anything, not even ibuprofen, for until 6 hours after she already got to her room. So that was like 8 to 9 hours post surgery, because it takes a little bit after surgery before you get to your room. So she was in the room for over 6 hours before they even gave her anything, um uh let's see. Nah, you only love it when it's in theory. It just makes you sad when this is real. Well, that's the thing though. All those in theories that we talk about, they're happening to somebody, you know. So it's always real. Um, no, for that one, we're gonna pay about 10K out of pocket or something like that. Yeah. Which is still like, it only sounds okay when you compare it to what the full cost would have been, right? So that's just one example, and we've been taking care of this for some time now. Yeah. I know, right? Well, when you think about it, that's pretty cheap compared to, yeah. So anyway, I know you like hearing about that kind of stuff because it's fascinating to you. So I just wanted to share that piece with you. But that's just one time, and we've been in and out for a while. So I was just like, whatever, man. Yeah. So I put my convention boots back on. We could talk about that. You and me, Lyra. We could talk about that if you want later. Yeah, for a few months, we just kind of kept it, you know, pretty low key. But you know, as time goes on, she's the one who brought it up, because I wouldn't have never brought it up, right? I would have just dealt with it. But her idea was that, like, to be more open to talking about it, because I think it makes her feel a little bit better, not so isolated about it. Just knowing that I'm kind of talking about it, I think helps her up here. But it also the other thing was, she was like, well, you have viewers, it's still your job, and they're gonna be wondering where the fuck you are, so there's another reason is you should probably tell them. Like, okay. Yeah, otherwise I would have never brought it up. I would have been whatever, you know. I would have just been like, we're gonna do fan art, I'm going back to cons, and you just have to deal with it. So each of these sections in the drawing, each of these pizza slices, are going to be kind of their own little composition. They're all going to have their own color palette. But I do have, like, they're each going to have their own color palette, but they're all going to be related to each other. And when it's all said and done, if I could pull this off, it's going to look really, really cool. You just have to be patient. And when it's all said and done, I'll break down to you what I did with it. And when you see it, you're going to be like, oh my god, Chris can color. Hopefully, that's where we get. And if it doesn't work out, I'll just say it was my style and you guys don't understand it. I appreciate that, Lyra. Yeah. Yeah, you know, you thought the slices were because of the time aspect? Okay, so originally, I didn't have them curved like that. I had them straight out, like actual pizza slices, right? But it looked really, it just looked a little like flat. So I was just like, what do I do? How do I make this look just a little bit more dynamic? So I was like, oh, I know. Yeah, so I was like, oh my god, I figured it out. Don't ask me how long it took me to figure that out. But so I made it look like the time warp. So if you've seen the official art, the official box cover art to Turtles in Time, there's the swirling vortex in it. So I wanted something to emulate that. That's even that vortex is even purple, which is why I chose like this really vibrant purple. This is the final color for this stripe, by the way, that purple. Right here. But then somebody else pointed out that it looks like a pizza, and I was like, sure, yeah, if that's what you see. Yeah. So now that I'm just referring to it as slices now, because the customer is always right. But I promise you, it wasn't intentional. It was intentional to look like the vortex, but not Not a pizza, yeah. Trying to pull up a reference picture of his vehicle. I have the game, I have a let's play of the game pulled up right here. Alright, cool. Do people still say let's play? I have a playthrough of the game. Yeah, it'll look fine. Yeah, but you also have to remember, and again, just I'm not like half-assing this drawing, right? I am just saying that when it comes to the layman, when it comes to the customers, oh fuck. When it comes to the customers, there's a lot of little things here that I'm being like really picky about that they'll never even notice. And there are other things that I notice that I'm maybe not happy about 100%, but I'm just like, they won't notice it. So, whatever. So, Lyra, what do you have planned this year? Earlier we were talking about like New Year's plans. Whatever term you want to use for it, New Year's resolution, whatever. You have anything that you're going to be doing this year that's new, basically? Is what I'm asking people. I don't like to use the term New Year's resolution because it rubs people the wrong way for some fucking reason. So... yeah, I used to be that guy who was just like, I don't do New Year's resolutions, bro. It's every day, bro. I'm on all the time. I'm just... if I could talk to younger Chris, I'd be like, man, calm your ass down. New Year's resolutions helps people. So wise now, right? I like to use the term efficient. I'm more efficient with my energy. So, you know, I think one of the biggest things I wasted my energy on in my younger years was making sure, like, I had to make sure everybody knew how hard I was working. People got to know how hard I was hustling. What a waste of energy. Have I ever made clothing merch? I was in the process of getting some sweaters made, and then you know, the whole thing here at home happened, and the dude who I'm working with to get the sweaters made, he's my homie, so he doesn't really mind that I kind of paused the project for a little bit. Yeah, it was gonna be all like original, like you see my logo or my icon that I use everywhere, where it's like a lot of scratchy brush pen work. That's what was gonna be. It was gonna be a lot of white sweaters, which I know like a lot of, like, it'll get dirty real quick, but it looks so good because everything I have is black ink. So it was black ink on white sweaters. Is that brush pen, very scribbly, loose, original art that I have. Yeah, but it's on pause right now. I mean, I already sent him the files and stuff, so like, it's basically once things settle down, all I got to do is tell him to go. Yeah. So. Your plans? You mean you started therapy, like going to therapy or giving therapy? Hopefully, a healthy brain would be nice to see. Oh, you're talking about you went to therapy. Okay. That's good. I know that the process to start all of that, you know, finding somebody, and it sucks because like if you go to a therapist and you don't like them or something, you have to go find another one or whatever. So I know the whole process to get that started is a pain in the ass. So I'm glad that glad it's working out for you, or hopefully that works out for you. You would want to restart exercising more. I feel you on that. Yeah, I missed out on my. I had to skip out on my Spartan race. You know, that triple Spartan race I was gonna do a couple months ago. I skipped out on that because by the time that came around, I needed to be home, and I haven't exercised in October, middle of October, end of October, like a couple days before Halloween. I think was the last time I exercised. But I mean, like, I've been walking around, taking care of everything here, lifting my wife out of bed and stuff. So it's not like I'm not getting any exercise. There's just no time, man. There's no time. It's just not a priority right now, you know. I did test myself. I could still do 10 pull-ups, which, you know, is a good way to measure your strength. The only thing is I've gotten really fat over the past 2 months because I've been at home just eating garbage so I could stay awake. So the pull-ups got harder because I got fatter. So I don't think I lost strength. I just got really fat. Ever since you moved to Berlin, you never really took the time to get into that's the stuff. You have to take time to adjust, and like you have to, you know, there's work, and you want to establish your, you know, a new life and everything before, you know. But that's the thing, though. Once you're all established, you're like, okay, cool. Now I can get back to it, and you'll hop right back into it, and you already know how to work out, so you don't have to relearn any of that stuff. You'll be fine. You lost so much weight last year. You have muscle. Oh, you have like visible muscle you couldn't see before. Yeah. You have an exhausting relationship. You mean you just have a relationship? There's no point. That's like saying I have wet water. Yeah, so this year I am getting back into conventions. I guess. No, yeah, I have to. Like I literally have to. But other than that, just work on these, you know, take care of the family and do the cons. We are planning to move out of California at the end of the year, so that'll be nice. Move somewhere quiet. We have a couple places in mind, but I'm not going to say where until it's finalized. No, I used to, and by used to, I mean not that long ago. I was super prepared for an obstacle course run where it would be 2 days. On Saturday, I was going to do a 13-mile obstacle. So it was 13 miles, almost entire. It was either, it's 13 miles. All of it is either incline or decline. There's like almost no flat land, right? And I can't remember how many obstacles were going to be in it, but it's a bunch of those upper body obstacles. Yeah, man, I used to be able to like swing myself around and like good times. But that's one of those things where it's just like, all I need is like a week. You know, when things settle down here at home, I just need like 1 week, and I'll get like all of it back. I'm not even. That's why I don't even care. Like I'm not even concerned about that. One, that's not a. I got other things to worry about, right? It's not really a priority. But two, I know that I'll get that shit back real quick. I ain't even tripping, dog. You think you'll see any AI artists at cons this year? Yeah, I went to a convention in November. Oh my god, it's been almost 2 months since I went to that show, and there was already an AI person there. And here's the problem. Not really a problem. It's just like, here's the thing, rather. They're gonna be everywhere, or people will have utilized them to some degree, and we won't be able to tell. I don't bother myself concerning myself with the whole AI subject, because the way I see it is this: as a primarily traditional artist, all it's gonna do is raise my market value when the time comes, right? And again, we're only doing digital stuff right now because I have some stuff that I need to take care of. But also, it's just kind of like, I've already talked to some artists. I say artists, but like, they haven't even really started doing anything, and they're already so discouraged from starting because of what they read about AI. And I'm just like, dude, like, between people trying to undercut you, people trying to underpay you from the first place, conventions so hard to get into these days, you know, so much competition on social media with art, like, there's a million things already trying to keep you from being a successful artist. There's a million things already trying to actively stop you. AI is just 1,000,001. Fucking, if you were gonna allow AI to fucking worry you out of, you know, doing this, it's not a big deal, because something else would have done it anyway. So what I'm doing now is I made a separate layer underneath the flat color layer, and then I turned on this really crazy bright pink layer underneath. So this allows me to see all the little holes in the coloring that the paint bucket missed. So this is just kind of a way of cleaning things up a little bit. So, since I'll be back at conventions, we will be doing streams. We'll still do the Twitch streams when I'm in the office during the weekdays, but we will also be doing just random hangout streams when I'm at the con, or like when I'm at the hotel. It's just something. I gotta get the check mark after streaming it. You're so bored of your corona quarantine, because I know all the things I wanted to do today, and on the weekend I had to cancel everything. Lyra, are there any anime conventions near you? Also, is my complexion safe over there? I guess it really depends on what area you go in. That's the truth everywhere on the planet, so. I hope everybody is having a good start to their new year. It sounds like everyone's doing pretty cool. I do invite everybody to hop into the Discord. That is where I am most. Active. I'm not very active on normal social media anymore because I just don't have it in me. I recently edited my my bios in all my normal social medias. My Twitter and my Instagram. As just like a joke. And it wasn't like 4 hours later one of my buddies, my arch colleagues, hit me back up and he's like, dude, when did what did I put, like 500,000 on TikTok? Like, you know how people put their numbers? We had to talk about this the other day where I was just like, it seems weird that you flex your follower count of other social medias on other social medias in your bio, you know? So we're just kind of having a little bit of fun with that. So I just put what, 2 mil on YouTube or some shit like that in my bio just cause. And it wasn't even like 4 hours later my buddy was like, when'd you hit 500K on TikTok? That's dope. And I was just like, man, I talked to you in like months and this is the first thing you say to me. Like, Dokomi. Yeah, I actually I got an email from Dokomi. You know, wondering if I was gonna go back. And I'm just like, man, I gotta in regards to going out of the US for events right now, the thing is I haven't done any research on regulations anywhere. I don't know how strict or how calm things have gotten because I just straight up have not been paying attention, like at all. I don't even know what the regulations to go to Hawaii are. Like, that's like right there. I have a convention in Hawaii in April as well, and I still haven't looked up the rules. Hawaii was really strict for a while. Am I old news? Are there no regulations anymore? Have I just been living under a rock? Regulations are pretty chill? Okay. In regards to traveling out of country for a con, if I do go, let's see, I would like to do Japan. What was it called? Japan Expo? Is that what it was called? Yeah. I think I'll apply to for a normal table there, like a normal artist table, like a fucking scrub. But it would either be that, but I also heard Dutch Comic Con, not the winter one, I think it's spring or summer. They say that's the one to go to. That's the busy one. The winter Dutch Comic Con that we went to is supposed to be the slow one. Like, of fucking course it was. So the goal for today's stream, which will go on for quite a few more hours, we're gonna finish coloring this slice, which we're almost done with that. I just have to fill in the little gaps, and then we'll just drop some cell shading, and then it's fucking done, right? And then we're gonna do the line art to the next section, and that's honestly all I want from this stream. If we can go further than that before I pass out, then that's a plus. In Paris, yes. It is 2 a.m. where I am. The only regulations, you know, are quarantine if you get corona everywhere. Wear a mask in public. I still do that, yeah. Especially now that my wife is sick. I'm just like, the last thing I fucking need to bring home is this fucking... You know what I mean? Alright, give me like 1 minute. My dog is whining. I need to see what she wants. I'll be right back. Hold on. Alright. So the question is, can you copyright these fan arts that you do? Well, technically anything that you create, that you draw, is yours. It's more about like, can you legally sell them in certain places? That's where the main concern comes from. I'm not gonna lie, I really like how my foot soldiers are coming out. These guys. See, with this piece, I wanted to make everything a lot more dynamic than the previous collages that I have. Which means kind of moving away from being so careful with it looking like realistic. You know, like I've been able with this piece, I'm letting myself be a lot more like open to just goofing off and like breaking limbs. You know what I mean? So, and that has yielded some really fun looking results. Like these guys look like they're straight out of a cartoon, and I love it. I'm just like, oh my god, this looks so fun. You've never watched Ninja Turtles? I don't know. Ninja Turtles is one of those things where it's just kind of been around for so long, right? I'm only into Turtles because I'm like their target demographic. Like I was a young boy, a young lad when the original Ninja Turtles craze happened. So they've just kind of always been a part of my life. Similar to Pokemon. It's like Pokemon's just kind of always been in my life. But I could totally see, you know, if you grew up in a different time, Ninja Turtles would just kind of be there, but like you don't really care. But this is based on and a little peek behind the curtain when it comes to this piece. So you guys know I plan to sell this piece at conventions and online and all that. So I think about demographics, right? Ninja Turtles spans many generations. There's people in their 40s all the way to the younger people now because there's some really good Ninja Turtle stuff that's coming out today still. So the fan base of Turtles is wide, which is why I chose this as the next project. But to make but doing like regular. If I were gonna base it on the show, like the 80s show, I don't know. I was just like, I kind of want to get more specific with it, right? So I went with Turtles in Time, and Turtles in Time is arguably, can we say, the most popular Ninja Turtles game of all time. Even though, I know Shredder's Revenge just came out, but we could say it is the most popular one, right? So with this piece, not only am I hitting the entire demographic I would with a normal Ninja Turtles piece, but I'm also narrowing it down to people who are fans of Turtles in Time. Because if you don't know about Turtles in Time, you'll see this and be like, whoa, that's a dope Ninja Turtles piece. You won't think twice about it. But people who are fans of Turtles in Time are going to be like, that's not just a Ninja Turtles piece. Yo, that's my favorite Ninja Turtle game. Poster has a nice dynamic. Thank you. And I know you've seen all the other ones, and I'm sure you could tell the difference between this and the other ones. My goal for this piece is I wanted it to look like that it could be the cover of a video game, Ninja Turtles video game. That's what I wanted. Like, when this is all said and done, when you look at it, if somebody said, yo, this is the cover to the Turtles in Time remake, you could be like, oh yeah, I could kind of see that. That was the idea for this one, yeah. I have the character sheets for the 80s cartoon in front of me. So I'm combining that with my like realistic style to come up with something that's kind of close to both. Yeah. It's so interesting because whenever I watch one of those old series intros on YouTube, my brother knows stuff from the 80s and early 90s that cultured. It's cultured. Have you ever sold a piece at cons while the creators were there? Yeah. Yeah. The only ones who really care are Disney and like Viz, the ones who distribute Dragon Ball. But it's funny because Funimation, who also has their hands in Dragon Ball, I was at Anime Expo selling my my fan art in the exhibitor hall. So there's two different kinds of tables you can get. There's exhibitor hall, the more expensive, bigger tables up front, and then the artist alley, you get a small table in the back, but it's usually cheaper. It's always cheaper. But I bought an exhibitor spot where you're usually not supposed to sell fan art. You get the artist alley spot, the cheaper ones, they allow you to sell fan art. There's a give and take everywhere you go, and it's kind of different everywhere. But in general, you're not supposed to sell fan art in the big table. So I was selling my fan art at the big table. Funimation came by, and I thought they were going to shut me down because they were taking down Dragon Ball stuff of everyone else, right? But, you know, somebody sees this piece, you're not going to automatically assume it's fan art, right? So they came by, they took pictures and videos of it, and in my brain, I was just like, oh, it's a fucking wrap. But they ended up just using it in a slideshow on their Twitter. I was like, all right, cool. That's cool. You could say that's my reward for all the hard work I put into it. Yeah, so there's a lot that kind of went into the planning of this piece, in regards to like style of it. Because one of the reasons I switched from doing the Attack on Titan piece to the Turtles piece was because it was so like demanding. The Attack on Titan piece was so demanding. Like the Titans, their anatomy has to be like spot on. I know some of them are a little weird looking, but you're basically drawing like realistic naked people, so there's a lot of anatomy involved and really intense gestures when it comes to drawing characters like flying through the air, which I want to, which I'm going to do on that piece. And so I was just like, man, that's too exhausting. So coming to this piece, I was like, all right, I want it to look like it's from the cartoon. Or as the term they say, is it on model? Is the term. Okay. So we're going to talk about some coloring right now. We're going to talk about coloring right now. So the backgrounds of all of these, slices are based on the stage in the video game. There are 10 stages, so we have 10 slices here. Each of those have, the stages have very strong personalities, and they all have their own color palettes. So the colors that I'm using, so like example, this one here. The stage itself was a lot of reds and a lot of oranges and yellows, right? And then the floor was green, and so for the shading, to go more like a triadic color scheme, or I guess if you take the floor into account, it'd be like a quadrat, or a color scheme. So for the shading there, I was like, well, my only option for shading here is going to be like a magenta. In the same way how for this one, the Shredder one, the background's yellow in that stage, and the floor was using a lot of teal. So my only option was to use like a blue, right? So the idea is, if everything goes according to plan, each of these individual slices are going to have a really nice triadic color scheme, or a quadratic color scheme, which is using 4 points on the color wheel. They'll work in their own individual bubble. However, the shading will be, as a whole, will be right blue, and we rotated it here to magenta. And then over here, we have something a bit more warm. So this was kind of the red over here. So over here, I'm looking at the color palette of the actual stage, and there's a lot of purple involved, right? There's a lot of purple involved, but there's also quite a bit of like blue and teal, right? So this should fall exactly in line for me to use an orange for the shading here, which is perfect because we're going around the color wheel. So that means that by the time we get here to this one over here, over here. We should be using a shade somewhere in this green area here. And then by the time we finish the whole thing, we should have every single part of the color wheel, so this whole thing looks like a big color wheel. While it still works contained in their own slice. And that's one of those things where, like, the other artists will notice that and they'll think it's fun to look at. But the non-artists, the laymen who look at it, it's like they won't notice it, but their brain will. Yeah. Okay, so colors we're working with. So that means our, let's see, so we have a lot of this, a lot of that. So we can go with an orange here, and that should work. Okay. Do I ever make custom Twitch emotes? I have custom Twitch emotes. It's available to my subs. I have one here of Saitama. I have another one of Saitama right here. I have one of Saitama in a Mega Man helmet. I have one of Hayao Miyazaki smoking. Did you know that the Hayao Miyazaki smoking emote is it is easily my most used emote. Like, you guys use that one way more than any other one, according to my stats. Okay, so I need to pull the value. That's 70 darker color. Where'd you go? And I'm thinking for this one, the stage is providing, well, if you're in a sewer, I would assume that all the lighting is, all the light source is going to be provided. What the hell's going on? Oh, yeah, all the lighting will be provided from the ceiling, so we'll have a nice top light on here. Yeah. Lyra, I appreciate you dropping by. It's always nice to see a surprisingly pop up in the chat. Do you remember Espeon Girl from the old YouTube streams, like the way back streams? Yeah, you and Moof, whenever either of you show up, that's celebrity status. Yeah, Espeon Girl hung around the Pokemon streams. But she reemerged as a different name. She's been coming through every now and then. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? This is the wrong color. It's the right value, it's the wrong color. It needs to be like right here. I'll take 27 quiet people over, you know. But it's because we're streaming at a weird time. It's really late. Most of my viewers are in North America, so this is a bad time for everybody right now. Remember when you used to be in the talkie talk or the voice chat? Numbers always went up when I had you speaking. You were just like, well, you weren't paying me, so there you go. I get you. I'm like that now. Somebody wanted me to go talk, give a lecture to her class. And at the time I was so busy with like all kinds of shit that I had to handle. And I was just like, man, if I go, it's gonna cost me money because I was doing something else at the time. So I was just like, I can go, but like I need like, you know, I need to be paid if I go. And I didn't want to come off like an asshole, right? But my time is valuable, and I was just like, at the time, I really didn't have time to do it. Not like I have time now, but I think that rubbed the teacher the wrong way, and I was just like, what do you want from me, man? You're asking me a favor. It's gonna cost me money to go. Yeah. You were in quarantine for a few days. If you want to have a voice chat, hey, what time works best for you? Your time, and then I'll just convert it over here. I will send you 1 bag of hot Cheetos for your time. Okay, go ahead. I'm not going anywhere. So did you quite figure out why you're still awake, fish? I heard a noise outside. Hold up. All right, I'm back. I thought I heard something outside. Nothing. So you've been drawing on small paper for quite a while now. I feel like I want to work bigger again. You should. It just gets a little costly to get bigger paper. Maybe create one of those landscapes in black and white that has more things on it. Yeah. Larger working on larger canvases is very beneficial. All right, so that said, we will keep the mic on, let's say another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to shut it off. Oops. And just, well, when you see this icon come on, that's it. The chat is done. Okay, so we'll give it another 10 minutes. If you have any questions or whatever, go ahead and throw them at me. And yeah. Toronto, what's going on? You can visualize the kind of landscapes you want to draw. Maybe one day I'll be able to draw exactly what I visualize. Well, I mean, eventually it'll happen, as long as you just keep on working on it, right? That's just kind of how everything is, right? And if you have any links to some cool stuff, go ahead and just throw it up. So I wasn't gonna bring this up. Uh, yeah, I wasn't gonna bring it up too much, but as I get older, I feel like I am maturing a little bit with my taste in art. By maturing, I mean I'm just simply more open to different kinds of art styles and art, just different concepts, right? And I've been getting into a lot of more abstracty type of work. I don't even know how to describe the kinds of things that I've been looking at that have really they evoke way more emotion than like fan art is cool, right? It's cool. It's what I do to make my money. But I've just been wanting so much more, and I've been exploring a lot more, and there's just like, oh god, I've just been working on something for a while, at the same time that I've been working on that movie, and since with recent developments, it feels like it's gonna be so long before I could put any of that stuff out. I just kind of want to get it off my chest now. Man, I had some shit lined up. I have officially 2 pieces out of the, right now it's 12. I'll probably cut it down to I want to cut it down to like 8, but there's 12 concepts I have right now, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so cool. And I've been looking and learning a lot from different kind of art outside of just like the technical stuff that we learn, and it's been so fun, and I feel like such a squab for being so close-minded to that kind of work. You know, Anyway, to evoke emotion from artwork is fucking hard. It's really fucking hard, and I've learned a new appreciation for things that look technical. Technically, they look like super dumb, right? But anyway, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, I don't have time to work on that project anymore, and it's not really killing me because it's just like I have more important things going on right now at home. But man, all right, let me see. Thank you for the link, by the way. That stuff is so cool. Thank you for dropping that link. I will keep that tab open. No, I will not show that project until it's done. Okay, so you know, I've been kind of in my head for a while, and it's like for years, everything that I've released to sell, I've put up like progress pictures or I've streamed it, but every project that I've done has been entertainment and then product, right? So I wanted to do something where it was just like I just did it on my own time, and when it's ready, it'll come out. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's one of the things that I think has really hurt my artwork a lot, which is something that I know has helped me get work. So the thing that helps me get work as an artist has definitely hindered a lot of my ability to really just kind of slow down and just make something meaningful. Not to say that these kinds of collages aren't meaningful, because they're fun, they're things that I like, but they don't evoke any real emotions, right? Which I think, anyway. So these things, these types of this project that I've been working on, I'm just doing it quietly by myself. Any free moment that I have, which, you know, even before all this cancer stuff, wasn't a lot of free time, but it's so different. Like the product is so different when I'm not, hey guys, welcome to the stream. Today we're gonna work on this and that. You know, like the product, the end result is so different, and I don't know. I know that sounds like very, what would be the word? Obvious, right? But even back in the YouTube days before we're on Twitch, everything I did, I streamed it because I had this mentality where I was just like, yo, I gotta monetize everything that I do. So even if I'm drawing a commission or whatever, I gotta stream it. That way I can monetize it even more. You know what I'm talking about? So mid to late last year, I was able to really slow down and just kind of do stuff on my own. And this is my first time really talking about it, by the way. I've been trying to not talk about it, but it's hard because like it's something I'm really excited about. And oh, Lyra, you missed it. You missed it. Anyway, no, you didn't miss anything. I'm just ghosting you. No, I was talking about a project where I'm not so focused on like trying to monetize every aspect of it. I'm not trying to like stream its process. You know, I'm kind of trying to learn how to slow down and just kind of create in peace and quiet, and then bring it out when it's ready. And I know for a fact, now that I think back on it, that need that I have to like stream all the work like we're doing here has hindered my ability to be like very creative with my work. Anyway, that's just something that is on the back burner now because of what's going on, and it kind of makes me sad because I was really excited about it. Yeah. Maybe later this year. We'll see. It's a 22, or is it a 24 or 22? It's one of those. Cintiq. However, it's this lens right here that I'm using. It makes it look like even bigger than it actually is. Um, Command paper. There you go. It's a Cintiq 24. No, Lyra, we were just talking about how my taste in art has changed over just the past like 2 years. Robo says sounds good, very logical story. You're just over 40 and you enjoy those kinds of drawings that you spoke about more than known characters too. Oh, oh yeah, Lyra, you weren't here. I actually brought it up because I wanted to tell it to you, but you fucking had to go and vanish when I I should have checked if you were still here because I know you're like on the phone. No, basically, I was talking about how over the past like year and a half or 2 years, I've been getting more into less technical art, and I've been learning to appreciate more. What would be the term for it? Not necessarily abstract, but uh, something that's not so literal, like artwork that makes you either think, but that can ultimately evoke a particular level of like emotion. And as I looked at different kinds of artwork and tried to emulate it myself, it was something that I realized that I couldn't do. Like my skill set can do technical things, but I cannot do that. So it got me very fascinated because I'm just like, wow, this is a lot fucking harder than I thought. And a younger me used to brush off, like that kind of artwork, like abstract kind of artwork, or basically, like something. See, that's how little I know about this kind of stuff. I can't even describe it, but I think you know what I'm talking about. And I find it challenging to create that kind of artwork. So I guess it still fascinates me on like a skill level because it's something that I can't do right now. So I started thinking back on like what is it that really hindered me from being able to do things like that, and obviously it's because of my focus on fan art. However, the fan art is what makes me my money, so I'm never gonna not like doing the fan art. But I determined that it was my need to like, how I'm always streaming my artwork, even the big projects, like it's always a show, right? And then after a show, then it's a product, and it's never really anything more than that. So I've actually been working on it's not like a big project, but I've been working on a project where I've been kind of taking notes from that kind of art and kind of making my own set. And I have two pieces that are done. I mean, they're done, but they're never really done, until I like release it. And it just kind of sucks. I won't have time to work on it anytime soon, and it's kind of hard for me to not talk about it because it's something that I'm like super invested in, like mentally. But anyway, I thought I'd share that just to kind of get it off my chest because like I don't know, it just sucks. Like yeah, it's totally different. and it was really hard. And even now, it's still really difficult. That's why I only have 2 pieces done, because like I want them to evoke a particular, emotion or thought, and I still have trouble doing that. The 2 that I have done, I was just like so happy. I was just like, oh my god, I fucking did it! I fucking did it! Anyway, those are on the back burner because I gotta take care of these goddamn medical bills now. So I thought I'd just share that because that's something I've been very heavily mentally invested in, and I just won't be able to work on it for a while. So that sucks. When the time is right, when they're meant to be released, and part of the thing you missed was I have learned. Oh, Johnny, thank you for the raid. Welcome everyone. We are working on this Ninja Turtles, this Turtles in Time piece right here. Thank you for the raid. Any Turtles in Time fans in the raid? But yeah, so yeah, later we were talking about how I just always have to like stream everything, right? Because I have that capitalist mindset. No, that's not it. It's just I've learned the importance of creating stuff in peace. It's almost like an addiction to like you're like, well, if you're gonna draw this thing, then you need to make like Instagram stories about it, and talking about it, and like stream it and get as much extra value out of it as possible. When you remove all that stuff, and I was able to kind of just sit down and fucking turn my brain off to that stuff rather a little bit. I was able to make some really, really cool shit. Anyway, I want to let that off my chest, man. Yeah, Turtles in Time, yeah. I don't know when this will be done, but of all the collage pieces I've done, the Masterworks, I think this will be when it's all said and done, I think this will be my favorite one. How was your stream? Pulse, what's up? Worked on another page of your art book? Ooh. When are you trying to have that out? You're like, whenever it's done. Ooh, coffee. Coffee doesn't work on me anymore. I've built a resistance to stimulants. Oh, that's awesome. I do welcome everybody in the chat. If you do upload your artwork to any social medias, you're more than welcome to drop one link to where we can all follow each other. I encourage that since I don't get to meet a lot of artists in person anymore, since I work from home. But yeah, so you can either share it directly here in the chat if you feel like, if you're comfortable with it. I know a lot of people aren't. I don't get it, but whatever. Or you can hop into our art Discord where you can share all your links, whichever one works for you. All right. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people are too shy to show their artwork, which is why anytime somebody does share, I always give a follow, because and a look-see. How big is your art book going to be? So for anyone who is new, I am primarily a traditional artist. We only hop on the Cintiq when we do these big projects. Here's my DeviantArt. Oh, sad. We're not working with DeviantArt anymore. It's been almost a week since we stopped working with them. There's left a void in my soul. So this is I like to work with brush pens and Copic. So this is a live drawing that I did at a food festival a couple months ago. But yeah, normally when we're doing the stream, we like to hang out in the sketchbook and just do some practice. I like to work with brush pens and inks only. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff that we do when we're not doing these big drawing every character kinds of project. Yeah. You need to clean up your instant. Nah, just leave it. Just fucking leave it. Who cares? 30, okay, goddamn. Are you funding it yourself? Are you doing a Kickstarter for it? Yeah. Why no DeviantArt anymore? Well, I guess I could talk about this since technically I'm not working with them anymore. The collective was the DeviantArt collective was dissolved. Is no longer a thing. For those who are kind of new here, for the past 19 months, I worked with DeviantArt on this stream. We like I was sponsored by them, but I also worked with them to create like some educational stuff for the website. I helped them run some challenges and that kind of stuff. I'm not saying this is the reason, but there sure is a big correlation to what happened where once DeviantArt released their phone calls I can't talk about, but once DeviantArt released their DreamUp AI, they got a lot of backlash and a lot of people left the website. And the core purpose of the DeviantArt collective was to bring people back to the website, and I think we did a good job at that. And I think that once the AI hit and the people with the money saw people leaving, again, this is just speculation. I think that once the AI dropped and people started leaving, the money people up top saw the numbers go down, and they were probably thinking that maybe the collective isn't doing their job like they thought it was, and we got the axe because of something that we didn't do. That's just speculation, though. Because I mean that can't be the reason, because there can't be any kind of correlation between the collective doing really good numbers and bringing people back, and then them dropping the AI, and then less than a month later, a lot of people who worked there voluntarily left, and then the collective gets the axe all within like a month and a half. That's has there's no correlation to that at all. So oh, you're looking into your options? Okay. Oh yeah, that was for ArtStation, yeah. Thank you. Cool drawing. Thank you. Yeah, I've had my conversations about it already. I just have other things going on where I just whatever. You like my lazy hands that I've been doing in this drawing? Where I'm just drawing the outline, and then I'll I'll use the shading. It still reads as a hand, so who cares? Like that's all drawing or in painting. That's all of this is just a language, right? So it's like as long as it reads as that thing that you want, then technically you've done your fucking job. So you can expect me to draw a lot of lazy hands in the future. Hey, look, it's there. Utilize it if you need to. And that's what it is. Like you said, it's not going anywhere, right? How long have I been working on this drawing? I don't know. I haven't couple of weeks, but I haven't been able to put that many hours into it. I haven't been able to put that many hours into it per day. I just have other things going on. I don't know. I do have all the VODs saved, so I could count how many hours total invested so far. I can tell you it's not that much. Yeah, I think like the past 2 days is the most like amount of consecutive hours I've been able to work on it, and we've gotten quite a bit done. So if I can get a couple more days like this, where I get to work on it pretty uninterrupted for for the most part, we can do some serious damage to it. I will be posting a time lapse of it. Yes. Yeah, I've been saving all the footage of the recording, like all the recordings of the streams. Even when I've been working on it off stream, I record it, and that'll go into the time lapse too. Really? Like animated? Or like a continuation of the live action, quote quote live action, even though it's it's animated. Like you see the live action Ninja Turtles? I'm like, dude, most of those movies are animated. Like like the live action Lion King. Like exactly what part of that is live action minus that one shot at the beginning? Oh, that's interesting. That's good to know because then it'll, you know, when that comes around, it'll re-raise interest in this piece. Hey, you know what? It seems like a weird choice for him to be doing it, but I mean, he is the prime, like he was the prime demographic when the original Turtles craze came out, you know? Oh, the Rat King is looking way better with this, just this little bit of shading. Yeah, but I mean, that just means he has experience making movies, right? All right, everyone. I'm gonna shut the mic off. Actually, so I'll one last wave of questions and stuff, but I do need to shut the mic off and just get to work. Actually, you know what? No, how about this? We'll hang out for like another 10 minutes, and then we'll just end the stream, and then I'll just work on this off stream. That way I could truly focus. Johnny, thank you for coming through. Yeah, we'll hang out for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll end the stream, and that way I could focus on this like 100%. Well, we're on track. I'll finish shading this, and then I just need to do the line art on the Technodrome area. I'll have all that recorded and put into the time lapse. I'm really happy with how this one's coming out, by the way, so far. All right, Lyra, do your quarantine business. Thanks for coming by. It's always good to hear from you. If you go for abstract, you can at least be not like Jackson. Not that far. No, not that far. No, there was there will still be structure to it. when I get time to work on it and I drop all, hopefully I bring it down to 8, but right now it looks like there's 12 pieces to it. They come out as a set. Fuck it, if it's 12, it's 12, it's whatever. Yeah, I think that's the thing I'm most excited about. Like, there's no other project or upcoming project that's even close to how invested I am into that. But anyway, yeah, when it comes out, I'll let y'all know, and we'll see what happens when it does. Yeah. One final question, because it's extremely late where you are. Yeah, one final question. Go for it. Oh, thank you. Yeah. What is you've been following me for a few months now. You barely see any artist put as much education as thank you. The next one that we're gonna do after this, it's up in the air right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this, but I can tell you the set of ones that I have this year, or that are like high on the option list. Avatar: The Last Airbender is the highest on the potential list right now. I do want to do a Power Rangers one, a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We'll just keep it at Mighty Morphin. And then after that, I have an Attack on Titan one that I already started. We did some of that on stream. I don't know if you saw some of that. We're a couple hours deep into that. I think it'd be cool to do that one, but it's not really a priority right now. What's the other one? Somebody brought up doing a Sonic the Hedgehog, because one, that'd be really easy, and he's like, the fan base for Sonic is huge, so sales wise I think it would do okay. The character's really easy to draw, and you can get fucking crazy with it. Like, you can go crazy with a Sonic the Hedgehog piece. So I've thought about that one just for the funsies. I don't think that would take that long, because there's not that many characters in Sonic the Sonic franchise. There's not a lot of characters at all. It'd mainly be like, what, fucking Robotnik with his different robots, like, you know, and then there's like, what, 10 main characters, and that's it. I've also considered a Harry Potter one. That one's a little lower on the potential list, but Harry Potter is it's in there, just because it's so different from all the other ones that I've done. And I think sales wise that would do really well, and I think it'd be really cool, because I don't have anything even remotely close to a Harry Potter piece, right? How fun would that be? Yeah. No, I appreciate you coming through. Thank you. That's what it's about, you know. I always make time to talk to people who are considering doing art, because as somebody who started drawing a little bit later in their life, I didn't go to art school and shit. I know how much better being an artist is than other jobs. Once you get it working, because some other jobs could be fucking horribly miserable, and being an artist, despite how much like labor goes into it, it's not that bad of a job. So anyone who aspires to be an artist, you can live a pretty good life. So, well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm actually gonna go ahead and shoot you all off into a raid. Let's go find somebody who's streaming and give them a little bit of support too. We always raid after a stream, and I don't want to really break that streak. So let's find somebody. None of my buddies are streaming right now, so let's find somebody new to go raid. Whoa, does Twitch have an AI? Oh, never mind. AI is a game, never mind. I don't recognize any of these people. I said it, these people. I see a Japanese traditional artist, and we will raid that person. Again, I invite everybody to hop into the Discord. I dropped a link into the Twitch chat right now. New episode to my YouTube series is out. Link it right there in the Twitch chat. And then pre-orders for this print are available in my online shop. That's all I have to plug for you guys. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break, and then I'm gonna keep working on this off stream. So enjoy the raid, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay? Thanks for hanging out.